Yeah, and I don't think she was expecting it at all, but it was a great find by Scott.
Sidibe getting into the post, fade away, off the back of the rim, and it falls in.
And she had 3 last game. I said it, feeling more comfortable offensively and defensively. What a great pass right there from Morris.
Yeah, it's Morris feeding Awa Sidibe, and Rutgers gets on the board. But Harvard the other way almost went over the top. Had lots of second chances, but couldn't cash in on some of the rewards they had earned. And Sidibe attacks the glass again, and good-looking first couple of buckets here for the junior Sidibe. Now, how about Sidibe creating for herself?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we know that what she's capable of, very athletic. And if you cheat the passing lane, you better come up with it because it's going to be a bucket on the other end.
Petrie off the catch, dumps it down for Sidibe, finishing through the contact and one.
Jalen Mason still scoreless tonight. They swing it now to the corner. Driving baseline, Sidibe. Now they get it off to Walker. She'll knock it down.
Dixon looking to the free throw line for Osh Brown, and Sidibe wide open. Look at a 3, and there are the first points of the day. Cold spell here for Delaware State, and then it's picked off. Sidibe heads the other way. You can see her looking for the cross, and Victoria Morris was not shaken anywhere. And here she comes. Slip it for Sidibe. 2 more, and the foul. Awa Sidibe's day today. Picked up her dribble. To the baseline, Sidibe gets it in for Brown, who hits it at the buzzer. Brown beats the buzzer at a crucial juncture for Rutgers.
And a great job by Sidibe setting that up, taking a couple of hard dribbles, drawing the defenders in along the baseline, and finding Brown open for that jump shot. Rutgers hanging around here, only down by 7, heading into the 4th.
You got to pay attention to one of only 2 players in the Big Ten to average 2 or more steals per game. Sidibe trapped on the inside, finds it to Brown. Great big-to-big passing again.
Dixon's role in Rutgers' zone offense to that of Takia Mack, who Rutgers fans will certainly know. And even though Wisconsin has tried to stymie that, Rutgers has been able to find some post scoring. And
just must be an absolute thrill for Chloe Bibby and her family today.
You have to hope that Leanne and Adrian were able to both get a bobblehead of their daughter.
Oh, I'm sure
tonight.
they did.
Rutgers has come out of nowhere to cut it within 1. 72-53, Maryland leads.
It was a 16-4 Rutgers run to start the game. Now Sidibe banks in the 3. The bank clearly is open for Rutgers today. First Dixon, now Sidibe.
Brown pulls away the rebound. Another solid game for Jazz Shelley. Good stat line, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, 8 points. A good bucket by Sidibe.
But she's making timely shots for this ball club.
And she could. I mean, she has that skill set. She is a great three-point. Oh my, how about that? Awa Sidibe, what a tough shot to keep Rutgers close in this game. Mike Sell forces the turnover, then ripped right back. Sidibe in the lane, no travel, bucket good. Rutgers is back in it, Steph.
Well, they've done it with their defense, creating turnovers.
Yeah, you saw Morris ready to shoot that at all times. I mean, she was having her feet set because she saw how much of the block there, but you saw the defense just backing off of her.
Lexia Smith looking around. Dangerous pass to Sissoko, to Hubbard. The double team forces a turnover back the other way. Comes Sidibe.
Alice, that was her first. She's on the board with 3 points for the Boilermakers, 1:30 to go.
And Tony, once you see it go in, you feel good.
Sidibe having quite. Brown looking inside. Sidibe falling away, and she's got it. 12 points. Scoring inside has been their bread and butter.
Dixon from the elbow. Another offensive rebound. Sidibe off the glass.
Which maybe.
That might be how you or I would act.
Now that would be more efficient our way. Be in foul trouble, not have the production she normally has, and that's fine because you've got a Berger, you've got a Pat Berg, you've got a Cardano Hillary, you've got a Holmes.
You know, one thing you do notice is that, you know, this is a short bench as well. It's 8 players on this Rutgers team. As you see them scoring right away, great execution. That might have been some concerns they had in the past, but this is something that she's not worried about this year.
Nifty move from Awa Sidibe, the baseline spinner. Scarlet Knights have a 2-point lead thanks to Awa Sidibe's best basket of the day. And a second chance here for the Scarlet Knights after the Awa Sidibe offensive rebound. Here is the senior spinning to the elbow. That's so tough, but she got it anyway.
Oh yeah, that's her shot.
Corner chance for Nicholson. Back of the rim. And now Sidibe on the run out. It's a 2-on-2. Euro step for 2 more.
Just out rebounding Rutgers. They just got to do a better job of boxing and pushing them out so they can secure it.
Block to block feed, and Cornell rolls it in.
I mean, also, they looked a little winded, you know, kind of not getting back on defense. But, you know, Sydney Cooks, you gotta know your scouting report. That's a great drive by Sidibe. You just got to be a sound defender, you know. You can't reach in. And like I mentioned, you're going to get rewarded there in a steal from Cassandra Brown.
Sidibe back to Brown, laid it in.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you know, she knows her old teammate Kokuis well because she knows how fast they want to score. As you see Sidibe still putting in work down there on the block, but she knows how fast they want to get a run. She said, hey, I mean, I think they scored in 4 seconds there.
And Brown running the break ahead for Sidibe. Loves the spin move and finds another lay-in. North Carolina Central was close in it early, but just haven't been able to score, and won't again. It's another turnover. What can Sidibe do? This time, Schmeichel wide open, and make sure that sneaks in.
Yeah, nice pass there, another connection. That's also credit to RU's defense. I mean, they've just done a great job figuring it out every single time. Sidibe leading the break here, coming down, eyes up, patient, finding Schmeichel, her teammate. You know, there's no excuse to not defend. So she's been doing a great job just trying to instill that in their brains.
First possession, North Carolina Central had a turnover, but then Sidibe steals, spins, and lays it in. It's a fast start for the Scarlet Knights, thanks to Sidibe.
They weren't really passing it around quickly, quick ball moves. You see here, that's exactly what Rutgers is doing to them as Lafayette lays it in. That's been plaguing the season.
Trying to feed the corner. Schmeichel has another steal. Sidibe runs the break and feeds it for Cornell in an open 2. Good distribution. She had the positioning there. And now 4 fouls against NC Central. The turnovers and the foul trouble.
I mean, you see Sidibe here. I've been talking about it all game, but just finding her teammate.
And Carter back to running the point. Sidibe skips it for Lafayette and one. Much needed muscle from Erica Lafayette as she goes to the line for the 3-point play.
Great pass there. Going back to what was working from that high post.
Back in front by 16. And the pass inside taken away. The 16th steal by the Scarlet Knights. And one more assist. This time it's Sidibe to Lafayette.
Positive thing to see a team that's not afraid to share the basketball.
Well, they have the size advantage, so you want to be able to use that to your credit and have that work in your offensive play.
Sidibe up and under, and the Scarlet Knights are on the board.
Out of that spot to be in Madison Green is wide open, leaking out. But excellent job defensively to get back from Awa Sidibe.
Trying to get anything going, but they have not. Turnover from McKenzie, trying to dish it into Lopez. Brown, another miss, but the putback good. Nearly another turnover for the Scarlet Knights. They stick with it. Sidibe works inside, another layup good. 6'3" frame, one of the Dayton transfers. Traveling with Shauna Green to Illinois. And the shot good by Awa Sidibe. Cook finds open space, but a rejection. There's another turnover. Illinois now with double digits, 10. Schmeichel off the pump fake, finds the open Cornell. A nice pass and a nice finish to make it 49-31. 3 seconds for a Rutgers shot. Sidibe has to pull up, and it's good.
Sidibe ignores the screen. Off the blow by, creating for Cornell. Hill already has 20, but gets stripped. It was Antonia Bates. And there's the freshman on the break. Shares it with Lafayette. Oh, it's perfect. Timeout, Hampton.
Well, a great job anticipating the play, being able to make the steal from behind.
And Antonia Bates, we talked about Smichael, but she's really coming on too as a freshman.
The give and go does not work as Mitchell had it blocked. And here's Smichael around Chen and tucks it in, and Rutgers has its first lead of the game. Off the screen from Mitchell, pulls up, back rim no, and Brown starts the fast break. Sidibe straight down, Hill counted and one. Awa Sidibe only knows one speed, and that's fast.
And we talking about getting up and down. Sidibe is always pushing the pace, and I think Coach Washington loves this, a nice step around.
Sidibe contested and banks it in. Maybe that's what Rutgers needs because they've had a stagnant few minutes offensively.
The referees are going to call that, and it's been a lot of travels here today.
Chen will advise pass to Mitchell, and Princeton gives it right back. Sidibe, oh, it ends up finding Lafayette, and she got it. This was not how it was drawn up, it seemed, but Erica Lafayette will take it, her first 3 points, and it puts the Scarlet Knights back in front. Rutgers in the third quarter led by 15. Sidibe needed that. Awa Sidibe's first 3 of the night.
Knowing how to shut down the only scorer on this team that's averaging at least double figures per game. Smichael leaving it for Sidibe, dumps it down beautifully. Cornell the finish. Put in a ton of work in order to be a focal point of this offense and to lead the Big Ten in minutes in the final minute before halftime for the Scarlet Knights. Ellis sent right back by Sidibe. Stand up defense.
She's going to get credited for 2 blocks in that possession too. And credit Sidibe for staying down and staying.
So nice to sleep in my own bed at this point, but still unpacking those boxes.
Can you imagine living for months in an Airbnb? No, thank you.
Sidibe on the run. Beautiful finish on the fast break. Timeout called on the floor.
I mean, you get out, you get rewarded for playing defense, you get buckets. Sidibe doing a little bit of everything today.
They can take the lead on this possession for the first time today. But they will turn it over instead. Sidibe right at Ross and one.
Fantastic move by Sidibe, taking it right at New Orleans and finishing at the rim. Not expecting the contact of the foul to come.
Kapanis, a hard worker for this team, does a lot of great things inside as Marisa loses her balance, ball loose, and there's a turnover. Coming back the other way is Sidibe. Sidibe attacking over to Smichael, who will lay it up and in, and Rutgers ties it up early here in the first quarter. Streeter on the wing, goes right inside to Sidibe. Sidibe in the post, right hand up, and one for Sidibe.
Developed her into being the leader that she is, and Brenda said, hey, she's always had the leadership qualities, but I think it's more fine-tuned now because she had to sit and really discuss more things.
They can tie it up here or take the lead with Maddie Kroll. Here comes Sidibe the other way in a 3-on-1, all by herself.
They're doing a good job in the quarter court, getting right there on the catch, so the threes are disruptive, but some of them are open shots, and they're just not getting them down.
Smichael for 3, good.
Knocking in some triples. Smichael got the last one to go. Flick of the wrist, boom. Defense by Rutgers has been on point.
There's Sam Hybe continuing to do a little bit of everything. The bounce pass to Maddie Kroll, but Awa Sidibe with a swat.
Oh my goodness, Sidibe said, no way, no way.
They can hold on over the final 9 minutes and 40 seconds. That'll be 7. Sidibe to a wide open Kai Carter for 3.
Well here, committing defense to the basketball and then kicking out for another triple.
And a rebound to Hybe. Will she push and drive like we saw her do a moment ago? Yes, we did. Swat again. That's Sidibe's second block of the day.
Oh my goodness. Sidibe.
Sidibe's long two goes.
Both teams 1-4 in Big Ten plays they enter this contest.
Both teams have tons of new pieces as well. Everyone's trying to figure things out.
In the paint, and Higher will be fouled. She's someone. Sidibe working through the screens inside. That is good for Brown, splitting defender.
Which is a great tool for her to have in her box. Then look at the play from Brown. Doesn't put the ball on the ground, just simply. Minnesota's chemistry is excellent, and it helps with doing off-court activities like going to coach's house.
It also helps that these freshmen played in the area, so they were familiar with each other's games. As Awa Sidibe, basket and the foul for the Scarlet Knights.
Sidibe is a great decision maker when it comes. Sometimes it's hard to remember to look up at the shot clock.
13 turnovers for the Scarlet Knights. Look at that block by Sidibe. Read that move by Borovich, even though she got beat.
I mean, Sidibe has the ability to time so well on the blocks. Just times that perfect.
Around 7 points, 2 for 4 shooting, has not been aggressive looking for her shot. Beautiful lob. How did she find Schmeichel on the opposite block for an easy 2?
How about them Scarlet Knights? Starting with the pass, Kayleen Schmeichel posting up as a guard, gets it to go.
Sidibe stops on a dime, has it tipped, and it's turned over. 17th, and then back the other way. That's Minnesota's 15th turnover. Schmeichel over Borovich.
She sees that zone defense, and she knows exactly where the hole is going to be in the middle. Diamond Miller just catches Cornwell sleeping.
That's a 3. What a response. That's Lafayette. And 5 boards. Could be a big day for her. That's Cornwell the other way, and she gets it to go.
The level of basketball Maryland's played at today, they've been fantastic.
And as soon as you say that, right on cue, Maryland turns it right over. This is Sidibe the other way. To the corner, Schmeichel 3, good! How about that?
To the Wooden Award mid-season list recently, and she has definitely earned it. What a big block.
Carter on the push. Gotta go some more. Throws it off the glass. Rutgers crashing the glass and an opportunity for 3.
Take advantage of the down low game, and right there, you're just gonna have to push her back a little bit farther on the box out.
Down low, Antonia Bates could not be more open. That's a tough pass from Sidibe. Marisa gets blocked. Sidibe making up for the offensive mistake with a defensive gem.
Yeah, the crowd's into it. That's the kind of hustle right there, Sidibe.
Happy to have Grace Berger back as she finds Scalia for 3. No good there. Rebound Holmes. Pass intercepted. Rutgers will run it here. Schmeichel all the way with the left hand.
Comfortable out there, knocking down the mid-range shot, just knows when to look for her shot in the offense.
Rutgers loves to run. Here's Sidibe through the contact, got it to go. 8 to shoot. Sidibe, look for the fadeaway. She tries it, and she got it.
I mean, look at Sidibe here. Wilkie on her, turns over a quick, tight spin.
Fortunate that that found Wilkie. Williams blocked away again. It was Bates. Schmeichel on the leak out for the layup. Rutgers running the break once more. And Marissa Mosley not fond of what she just saw.
I mean, running the break indeed. This is how Coach Washington wants to play. She hugs Brown right there, passing it out. Bates getting the block down low.
LaBarbera, Wisconsin's leading scorer, drives to the rim, but Sidibe comes up with a block.
Right now, LaBarbera coming off here, looking for the lay with Sidibe.
8 seconds here for Rutgers. Sidibe falling, finds Cornwell and lays it in. Acrobatic stuff from the Scarlet Knights. And Rutgers gets one more bucket at the end of the opening quarter.
Well, a mini 4-0 run there for the Scarlet Knights. Little bit sloppy. Sidibe falling down, gets it to Cornwell. Rutgers.
Awa Sidibe only knows one speed. That's fast. And she's got 2 points on the fast break.
Or in an offensive rhythm at the beginning of the game, and it kind of looks like that's what's going on right now.
Both teams having turnover issues as well. Sidibe pushing, and Erica Lafayette gets a try.
Wood read it perfectly. No, she wanted to kind of do that same drive that she did last time. Whew. Whew.
Awa Sidibe. These are two of the best three blocking teams in the Big Ten. Oh, Sidibe has another steal. One-on-one with Lau, and one! Awa Sidibe.
In the defensive end, I told you she goes for the steal, aggressive defender. The 14th steal for Rutgers in this game. And I said it in the first half, want to take advantage of these turnovers for Northwestern. So far, Rutgers really been coming through and converting on these.
Currently in that 10th spot, that coveted 10th spot to get that first buy. Great pass inside to Kaylin Smeichel.
I like the high-low action, and Smeichel created just enough space up the lane in order to get an open look.
And a timeout called on the floor in this 10-point game. It's been all Wisconsin in the first quarter on. Dumping it down inside, it's Cornell. Count it.
Really good job by Sidibe drawing the defense and then making that play. Cornwell rolls to the basket, just smart.
Nolan drives in left hand, out to Wiggins at the top. Wiggins tries to go find Hobbs, but gets it picked by Sidibe. And then Sidibe finds Brown, and Brown goes up.
Can Rutgers find the answer? Cornwell open down low and is able to hold on to it for 2 more points. Fire up these Scarlet Knights over the final 3 minutes of the first half, because so far this is Illinois' game. Smeichel for 3, got it! Much needed 3 from Kaylin Smeichel. I tried to get Awa Sidibe open right there, that first pick.
Yep, and you see again, they run a lot of these threes, and then Smeichel.
Awa Sidibe will start it for Rutgers. Gathers, gets to the rim. Nice move from Awa Sidibe. Quick in, Peebles, not in time, won't get off the shot. So we go to the third quarter with Illinois up by 20.
That was a nice press possession by Rutgers because it took 10 seconds off the shot clock before Northwestern can set up and run offense.
Sydney Wood by Sidibe.
Northwestern hasn't been able to get the ball into Paige Mott. But there's the block. Great timing by Sidibe. Waiting, defending without fouling.
Sidibe drives the baseline, spins, skips around McKinney, puts it in and one.
Sidibe's not giving up. She's going to fight till the end. It's been a frustrating game for her.
We'll get the answer momentarily on that as DeBerry blocks it. Sidibe fearless to the bucket inside. Good dish to Cornwell.
Brett comes off the bench, shows some more fight.
Look here for Janae Walker. Sidibe takes it instead. Wow, from distance.
Again, I think it speaks to the Gophers' discipline. The players know the system. They know the roles that they're supposed to play in, and so any player can step on the court.
Sidibe, right past Amaya Battle, and lost her there with that jab.
Thompson inside, loses it. Sidibe has got a 2-on-1 break. Bounce pass to Thompson, high off the glass and in, and a really nice start for the Scarlet Knights. Left-handed pass from Swords, too risky, and Sidibe has it. Thompson, yes!
A year together there. And for Kendall's mom, Danica, turnaround is good.
Here comes Kiyomi McMiller with a burst of speed. Two behind the backs, dishes down low. Adams kick out, three on the way from Perkins. Too strong, nothing but glass poked around, controlled. Sidibe up hard and fouled. Count the bucket. It's a 15-6 fourth quarter so far in favor of Rutgers. Destiny Adams jumps the passing lane, turnover credited to Odin. Here comes Sidibe, lay out the red carpet, 1 point game.
Sidibe with an opportunity, 2-on-1 break, all by herself.
A tough time finding the bottom of the net. Good defense there from a Fulter, banks it in. What a shot there from Sidibe.
Harder, nice dump down to Williams, had the position, turned into an awkward angle though as Adams recovered. Now Sidibe right at Harder. What a switch of the hands in midair and an and-one opportunity for Sidibe.
And to give a boost of energy to your team, that's what you need. Look at this, the ability to get downhill, full head of steam, coming down coast to coast, the contact and all. And
another drive and an and-one opportunity for Sidibe coming up with the free throw line.
Sidibe has been able to make some timely plays throughout the course of this game, taking her defender off the dribble, the body control.
Players on this Northwestern team this year. A lot of double-figure games, gets down low, makes it an 8-point game again. Sidibe, why not go to work again?
They don't have their leading scorer, Destiny Adams, on the floor as well. The only player double-digit average is Sidibe.
They've really added some nice pieces when you think about the freshman, Prince, when you talk about Rimdahl, who just lost it right there.
Awa Sidibe picking the pockets and going coast to coast.
Rutgers continuing to be disruptive on the other end. Awa Sidibe.
Hargrove asking for the ball. Wanted to cap off a great night, instead in the hands of Sidibe, who rips through for the finish.